Shalom. Shalom. So I was just leaving the camp, and a thought came into my mind. Ultimately, what's really like the end game. So we know they got the FEMA camps, and the FEMA camps are really for the rebels, for those who do not want to comply and do what they're told. Well, it's for the people too that's willing to be slaves. I feel like I'm being followed because fucking helicopters and shit are always over me. I was questioned by the FBI a few years ago, and they said they got a tip that I was planning to take down the American government. And so as time goes on and I continue seeking truth and tapping in to who I am and to what's really going on, I'm starting to understand my role in the fall of Babylon. Okay, so they got the FEMA camps, right? You know what I'm saying? That they're going to be taking. But the ultimate plan, the end game, we know that Trump was building this wall. I just shared a post on my Facebook page about the building of walls and how they want to basically keep the sexes separated. And ultimately, this is what Asha showed me and what she spoke just now, a few minutes ago. That their plan is to trap us, to trap the women. Black woman God, we carry the mitochondria. Okay, they have been kidnapping us. 400,000 black women and girls went missing or go missing like every year. And so they're basically kidnapping us, and they're taking our wombs because the seed is of the woman. Our eggs are fully developed fetuses, and we're born pregnant. So what they plan to do, we talk about this zombie apocalypse and shit, they plan to take down the black woman in order to continue this civilization that they have created. It's already going on underground. There are truckers. It's a lot of videos that have been deleted on Facebook. But truckers, they're going live. They're talking about how they taking food and shit, all these different supplies underground. The different beings that they see underground and all of this type of stuff. So they already are preparing to take us down in order to harvest our womb, in order to harvest our eggs, so that they can continue this civilization that they want to create, pretty much a baphomet civilization where it's half woman, half man, right? We know only feminine energy exists, but in their mind, they want to create, because they can tamper with the genes and shit. So they want to create beings with breasts and a dick type shit, or, no breasts and a pussy. You feel me? So this is the type of shit that they plan on doing. And we know the sun is heating up, so they cannot live on the earth. They're not gonna be able to continue to spraying shit to block the sun much longer. So this is gonna be the real takedown, where they want to basically take the women in order to harvest our eggs, because they know we're asexual beings. When females go and do artificial insemination, it ain't no semen that's getting those women pregnant. They're warming the womb. They call it womb warming, because they know what incites conception is heat. Okay? So when women become pregnant, it's not the man's semen, it's because he got you so hot. He hit that spot type shit. It's not his semen. His semen is a virus to your body. You notice after you fuck a man, you got an infection. Your pussy burning, is itching. You got to go get the Vagisil. You got to go to the doctor and get the pill for the BV. You feel me? So that is the end game. They want to, because they know this. They're not going to be able to survive on the earth. So they've already been living underground, and this is what they're doing. So I've been talking about how everybody gay. It's what's natural. Men's supposed to be with men, women's supposed to be with women. In their minds, they know that our men are weak. And the reason why they're weak is because they've been living a lie. And they're shamed for desiring the same sex. We shame them. Society shames them. Religion shames them. So they feel like, okay, we got them. The men, they're too weak to fight. We just gonna be able to just, a lot of them in jail, prison and shit. So they feel like they're gonna be able to just take us, but they forgot we the fucking gods. We birthed these men. So for the females that are tapped in and know what the fuck going on, we have been preparing to fight. Gathering weapons, storing food, all type of shit. Like my family, we knew that it was going to be a time where we was going to have food stored up. But we just didn't know this. We didn't understand that the war was against the black woman. So we wasn't really preparing with weapons and different things like that. But in my mind, like, I ain't never fought a nigga with a weapon. It's always been my bare hands. So I know, too, that weapons are only going to be used temporarily, because as time go on and we start really walking in as the gods of this earth that we are, we will tap back into that chi energy to where we're not going to need weapons, and we're going to be fighting still on a foundation of love with our enemies, because that's what empowers us. Love is the highest vibration, so we have to stay in that element of love even during times of war, because that's what's going to empower us. Forrest, come on, boy. So Asha just put that in my spirit. She said these motherfuckers is planning to take the black women to take our womb, because we have the seeds. We have the mitochondria. They cannot create shit. All clones coming from the black woman. Everything, all this shit, everything that they have created when it comes to humans came from the black woman. And they're able to manipulate the genes and create basically whatever race that they want. We birth all races. This damn dog. Forrest, oh my goodness. He just a baby. I know he ain't gonna be fighting, but still, I can't let him get fucked up, y'all. Let me get my ass over here. But that, I wanted to go live and let y'all know, like, this shit is serious. Y'all sitting around here just chilling, you know what I'm saying? It's worrying about weave and mutilating your body for a man's attention, and they don't even want you. We need to be encouraging the men to be free. Because if we don't, the men that we love, they're gonna die. Because they're too weak to fight, because they've been shamed. They feeling like I'm not a man because I want a man. So how can I be masculine? How can I have any type of confidence in myself? It's a sin. You know, it's what we've been taught. It's been drilled in us. And for the men, it's been drilled in them, and they will die if we do not let them go. The men that we love, if we do not encourage them to be themselves. This is not perversion. It's not perversion, man. And the men have already been tapped into each other. They know they love each other. They sneaking around and shit, fucking each other, bringing diseases to females, because all diseases come through the semen of men. All diseases, okay? Outside of a man's body, semen is a virus, and it is the origin of all diseases that they create in the earth, because everything, all these diseases were created. They're man-made, but the origin is the semen. We have to let these men be free so that they can be happy, so that they can vibrate higher, so that they can tap into their higher selves, so that they can be restored with the powers that they have. Because, yeah, they're supposed to be helping us fight. But at the end of the day, they're our sons. So it's not their job to protect us. We are the protection, the females. But they at least need to be able to save themselves. And if they feeling like they unworthy because they won't dick, they gonna die. I've been telling the men, leave these fucking women. Those are not your children. Females are asexual beings. I don't give a damn how much that child looks like that man. It's because of mental telepathy. Our minds, ladies. This is why the number one weapon against us is mind control. They're attacking our minds. So we have the ability to imprint whatever genes we want onto our children. If we thinking about our mama, our daddy, our grandma, that's what those children are going to come out looking like. We have to stop downplaying ourselves and our power. We the gods. We can do whatever we want. We are the creators, co-creators with the Shah. Because, of course, the spirit comes from a Shah. We are born with our eggs, which are clones of ourselves. And this is where the whole clone shit come from. It's our eggs. When a female has a miscarriage, what do you see in the toilet? You see a fully developed fetus, right? That's what you see. Because that's what a man's semen ain't had shit to do with that. That's what was already in you when you was in your mother, when your mama was in her mama. That's how deep the shit is. When your mama was a fetus inside of the womb of her mother, you were in your mother's belly. Before she was even born. The bloodline runs through the mama. So the attack has been an attack on our sexuality. He don't bite. He's just a puppy. Forrest, I'm sorry. Let me get him. Stop. Bring your ass over here. Let me get this dog. So, listen, y'all. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but you have seen the things that I have been saying come to pass. And it's only going to get more and more crazy and weird because the time is nearing. Okay? These people, their kingdom is done. It's a wrap. Babylon has fallen, but they're not going to go down without a fight. Do you think they want to relinquish power of this earth and just hand it over to the gods? Hell to the no. We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to fight. So, Shalom Empress, Grand Rising, Gary, thank you so much for joining us. And so we have to, Shalom Fatou, we have to embrace the whole truth because that's the only way that we can truly heal. Okay, get up, get in the damn car. That's the only way we can heal. You know, is by embracing the whole truth. Let me put him in the AC. So please, ladies, we got to let these men go. We got to let them be free. We can't keep shaming the men because they want men. It's what's natural. And females, you know, we've been under a curse because of what we did to a Shah. We went against the Great Mother. And for females, it's hard. It's harder for us than anybody to accept this shit because of the programming. because of the programming. You know, it's been so ingrained in us. It's been raped in us. It's been beat in us. We got to let these men go, though. The men that we say we love, our brothers, our sons, our fathers, our husbands. Because if we don't, they're going to die. They're going to be too weak to fight because they don't believe in themselves. We have to encourage them to be free. We got to encourage them to be whatever they decide to do because they're adults. And like I was telling the men, your semen outside of your body is a virus. So it don't matter if you're fucking a woman or a man. You don't need to be ejaculating, period. You need to be injaculating and retaining your semen. Because when you ejaculate, you lose consciousness. And science calls that the little death. You literally die every time you bust a nut. That's not good. For real. Self-preservation is the first law. And we have to embrace the whole truth, not just parts that we like. The agenda has been a straight agenda. All of these fucking celebrities and shit that we subscribe to, we got females following men disguised as women. We got males following women disguised as men. All these basketball players and shit, the NBA, them all trannies. The football players, born women. Can you imagine that? All your favorite superstars are not who you think they are. What will speed up the healing for everybody, even the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, is getting out in nature. Being in nature. You ain't going to be able to acquire this knowledge in such a short period of time in an apartment and in your house. You need to be out in nature. You need to be camping. I live in a tent between two campsites. Been living like that since I've been back in Florida the past 6-7 months, however long I've been here. And I've been teaching this shit about the tranny deception for years because I know about it. I know about it. It's my life. You know what I'm saying? The gay clubs, I done had trannies in love with me. I was in love with them type shit. For real. So I know firsthand on what I'm talking about. But the end game is ultimately to take the black woman completely out. And this is every country all over the world because we everywhere. To harvest our eggs so that they can have this baphomet society of men or females with breasts and a dick and males with a pussy and no titties. Or how the fuck they want to do it, because they can do what they want to do, okay? They have mastered, they have learned how to manipulate our genes. Henrietta Lacks. They did this shit quick, too. The whole stem cell. I said, I had to look into Henrietta Lacks, and it's like, that's Barack's real mother. He looked just like her ass. That's why it ain't no birth certificate. I feel like he was the first one that they created from her genes. Because he was born 10 years after they discovered the HeLa gene, the HeLa cells. One thing about me, I study to show myself approved. And I don't do it for show. I do it because I want to know the truth. And it's my job to warn you of what's to come. Now, you can sit all complacent and just continue living a lie. And, you know, you can do that. Or you can get ready and prepare. Because they're coming to take us out. And they coming door to door. Okay, they got the NATO troops. The NATO army been here in the Americas, training on our terrain, different soldiers. The scriptures say they will have no regard for gold or silver. You're not going to be able to offer these motherfuckers no money to spare your life because they're coming for the wombs and to take you out, man. So, because the women cannot accept the fact that y'all are naturally gay and it's supposed to be like kinds, the men's supposed to be with the men, women's supposed to be with the women, you're going to have to leave these women. and the children behind. The book of Ezra talks about it in the scriptures. They kind of flipped it a little bit to make it seem like a race thing, but no. Strange wives is marrying females, period. The word wife, the etymology of the word wife means slave. And so that's what we have been to these men. We've been slaves, and women, you spend your whole life serving a man that don't love you. It ain't that it's just not natural. And you wondering, well, what's wrong with me? And you got low self-esteem and you doing all this shit, mutilating your body and doing all this. Men don't do all that for women. They don't. And you need to start asking the question, why? Why every man you get with dog your ass out? Why are you continuing to turn the other cheek and pretend like you don't see this shit, ladies? Many of you have caught your men with men. Y'all done caught some shit from men. Seen some shit, but you're like, that ain't really what. Yes, it is. That's what it is. And we have to let them be free so that they can save themselves. We don't need men to protect us. We're going to be all right. We need them to save themselves. And if you really love the men in your family, in your space, you need to encourage them to be free. I just met a guy. I took my mower to Home Depot yesterday to get a new blade on it. And the blade that I bought didn't fit. So I was supposed to go back up there today to take another blade, and I'm like, I ain't finna do all this ripping and running when I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow to take it to the mower shop I usually go to. And then I was telling Cleo, who's came in town, she's healing in nature because that's where the healing is at. And I said, you know what? It was meant for me to meet him because I need to tell him to be free. He's in bondage. He's a big guy too. He's a big guy. But for me, I have fought big ass guys and they never beat my ass. And I'm thinking, oh, it's because I'm so strong. Yeah, I'm strong and all of that type of shit, but it's because they was too weak. Because they live in a lie. So this is straight heart to heart, man. And I know it's an uncomfortable truth. It sounds crazy as fuck, but it's the truth. So tap in. I love y'all. Aha. It's wartime. World War III. Shalom.